iPhone 5S versus iPhone 6 iOS 10.2.1. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here from Everything Tech, helping to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 5S versus the iPhone 6. Mwah! We've been waiting for this one forever, the iPhone 5S versus the iPhone 6. Let's begin with a boot up test of both of these devices and talk a bit more about them. So now in 2017, both of these devices are not new kids on the block. They're pretty much older Apple devices, but they have come down in price. They still run the latest software. A lot of people are still interested in both of these devices. The 5S can be had from anywhere from $99 up to $200. The iPhone 6 can be had from anywhere from $200 to about $300 to $400, depending on whose you're getting it from. I wouldn't spend more than $250 for an iPhone 6 at this point right now, but you're seeing the iPhone 6 and its A8 processor absolutely annihilates the iPhone 5S here in this test in terms of the boot up. Now some of you might say, I don't know why your 5S is taking so long to boot up, Nick. Mine doesn't take that long. And you can see the 5S now catches up. So the A8 much faster there on the boot up test. So before we go any further with this testing, let's go ahead and confirm that we are running iOS version 10.2.1 on both devices. Let's hop over into settings. Let's go into general on both. Let's go to software updates, and you should see iOS 10.2.1 for the iPhone 5S here, and then iOS 10.2.1 for our iPhone 6 here on the channel. So let's go ahead and come back home on both devices and close everything out. And so the iPhone 5S, we know what it gives you. If you follow Apple, if you know Apple like that, you get the A7 chipset. If you don't know what that is, it's a 64-bit CPU, a first for Apple. This was the first iPhone with a fingerprint scanner, although these both carry the same first generation fingerprint scanner. The 5S also has 1 GB of RAM, whereas the iPhone 6 comes with the A8. It's a slightly overclocked A7 type CPU, 64-bit, and it does have, 1 GB of RAM as well here. So in terms of gaming, we're not going to do too much gaming here in this video. We're going to do our app test. So let's close everything out here and let's begin with the calendar on both devices. So I missed the tap on the 5S. Way to go, Nick, on the first one. Let's go into the calendar on both, and you can see, boom, look like the 6 slightly ahead coming home here. 5S goes home faster. What? Let's go on the calculator. You can see about the same there. Let's come home, about the same there. Let's go into camera, iPhone 6 there. Let's come home here. Let's go into clock. Looks like the iPhone 6 slightly ahead there coming home. Looks like the 5S goes home first. YouTube, let's see which one gets there first. Looks like the iPhone 6 there, yes. So the iPhone 6 is slightly quicker than the iPhone 5S in day-to-day tasks. Let's go to my videos. You can see that was about dead even. I'm gonna call that one right there a draw. Coming home here, let's come home. There's a little reachability action. So you do get reachability here on the 6 due to its larger size. Let's go into a Pie Geek on both, or Appy Geek you could call it. And boom, we're gonna give that one to the iPhone 6. So the A8 with its slightly overclocked A8 processor, is a bit quicker than that 5S over there with its A7. Coming home here, let's go into App Store, but this is not so much that, it's gonna change your day-to-day life. It's actually a lot smaller of a difference here with the iPhone 6 versus, the iPhone 6S. And I did have to show you that this is definitely a 6, no S badge there. So coming into, App Store, let's go ahead and go into some submenus or some applications. You can see the iPhone 6 slightly ahead. I mean, I would probably have to slow down the video to show you that it's slightly, but I'm not gonna do that here. Let's just go into another app here. You can see the 6 once again slightly quicker, but I would have to slow it down to show you that. Let's go into weather on both devices. That one I'm calling a draw. Let's come home here, and if I'm wrong on any of these apps, I can be wrong. I'm not always right. We're doing this test live on camera. The camera is rolling right now. You guys let me know if you see something faster on the 5S or vice versa, the 6. Let's go into settings here, and boom, look like the 6. Let's come home here. Let's go into phone. Boom, looks like the iPhone 6 again. Coming home here, let's go into Twitter on both devices. And waiting. Twitter takes so long to open. We're gonna give it to the iPhone 6 there easily. That one was pretty obvious. Let's come home here. Let's go into voice memos. Looks like the 6 slightly ahead. You've seen it load that up a little bit quicker. Let's go into Instagram. And is the 5S gonna come back? No, it's not. So I'm gonna give that one to the iPhone 6. Let's come home here. Let's go into Safari on both devices. Let's go over here and let's head into apple.com here for the iPhone 5S. And let's go to apple.com here for the iPhone 6. And all right, I'll stop talking like that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go into the iPhone.com. Shout out to apple.com. You know, Apple does a great website. I don't know what it is what they do, but they have a pretty clean website, you know. So you've seen that looks like the 5S loaded that one quicker. I don't know what was up with that. Let's go into some sub menu here. Let's go into iPad. Let's just hit iPad right there. And you've seen again, I don't know what the heck is going on there with the iPhone 6. Maybe I missed that tab. Let's do another website for those of you who are gonna say, you know what, Nick, that wasn't fair on the iPhone 6. You missed that tab. Let's go to yahoo.com here on both. Let's go. Looks like the 5S loaded it first. Wow. So the 5S is still a pretty good browser. Both are about on par in terms of Safari. Safari is one of the best mobile browsers on the planet, in my opinion. Maybe the best. Chrome is probably better for cross-platform syncing and bookmarks and that, but in terms of just optimization, in terms of just smoothness, I think the Safari is the best. Let's go on eBay here. Now remember, this software right here is iOS 10.2.1. And you know, both iPhones are still performing well. I'm gonna give that one to the iPhone 6. And a lot of people say, you know, Apple slows down their products and the newer softwares. Well, are you seeing here that these devices are plenty fast still? So you can see Amazon. And boom, I'm gonna give that one to the iPhone 6. Coming home here, let's go into Lyrium Info right here. And looks like the iPhone 6 slightly ahead there. Let's go into Apple Health. And boom, looks like the iPhone 6 again, just milliseconds. It's like I'm telling you guys, I have to slow the video down to show you this. You can see right here, let's do a couple of games. This is not a gaming test though. We are gonna do a full gaming test on both of these, gaming performance specifically, because that's a different type of video. Let's go back to the main menu. I wanna run that one again, just due to the fact that I kinda had it cached up on the iPhone 5S. Let's go into Temple Run here on both. Boom. iPhone 6 slightly ahead, only slightly though. Coming home here, let's go into Jetpack Joyride. Boom, iPhone 6 is looking to be in the lead. So as expected, the iPhone 6, it's about 20% faster is what I'm seeing in this video. It's very slight, but it's enough to make it a faster device. So let's talk about a couple of other things before we wrap this video up here. So with the iPhone 5S, you do get, you know, Apple's classic iPhone 5 design. One thing I didn't like about the 5S is this Apple logo is painted on, and I don't know if I'm gonna get this into focus, but I actually have a scratch already on my Apple logo here for the 5S. Okay, there it is. You can see right there. There's like a little scratch on this little painted logo. The iPhone 6 brought that, you know, metal polish, you know, embedded within the body, you know, logo here. And I actually like that a lot more than that painted on logo of the Apple iPhone 5S. Also, you know, the cameras on both devices are about identical. You know, the iPhone 5S has got that 8 megapixel iSight camera, shoots in at 1080p. Same here for the iPhone 6, you got that 8 megapixel iSight camera, shoots in at 1080p, but you can do 60 FPS here for the iPhone 6 here, whereas you can only do, what is that on the iPhone 5? You can only do 30 FPS there for the iPhone 5. Now, you do get, what did you say, you know, better slow-mo on the iPhone 6 as well. You're gonna get the 240 FPS in terms of the slow motion video here for the iPhone 6. We're gonna get, you know, only 120 FPS on the iPhone 5S. And if you're a video creator, if you make video content, you like to make slow motion content, you know, the 6 is gonna give you a better all-around experience. Okay, let's go ahead and do some multitasking too. I forgot about that. Let's see if they both hold apps exactly the same. And you can see exactly the same there on calendar. Let's go ahead and go back and let's do camera, clock. Okay, that one wasn't the same, but let's go ahead and do Temple Run. You can see neither one had the reload. Let's come home here. Let's go ahead and do Amazon. So it looks like the iPhone 6 had to reload that one a little bit there. Let's go into Safari on both devices, Safari. So about the same there on Safari. So wow guys, I mean the overall performance of both of these devices on 10.2.1 is nearly matched on both. I still say slightly overall the iPhone 6 is the faster phone, but I mean that A8 processor is not the huge leap that the A9 is over the iPhone, you know, like to the iPhone SE. And that video is coming up next on the channel, so go ahead and subscribe if you want to see iPhone SE versus iPhone 6. Let's take a look at the general user interface. See if we can find any hiccups or delays here on iOS 10.2 here for both devices. So you can see no delays there. You know, sometimes I find a little chop here on the control center for the 5S, but it's not happening here. Now let's go over to the left and see what we get over here by the widgets tray. See if we can get any lag there. No lag there on either device. So very good stuff here for both devices. Which device is the better device? Well, it really depends on if you want a smaller screen or a bigger screen. I personally think the iPhone 6 is the better phone here. It does have slightly better battery life as well in my experience, only slightly though. And that's pretty much gonna wrap this one up of the iPhone 5S versus the iPhone 6 on iOS 10.2.1. We do have more content coming your way. 5S versus 6 is going to happen in the future when they come on to 10.3, when they come on to iOS 11, as well as gaming performance, maybe a camera review. Drop your suggestions down below in the comments section of this video. If you enjoyed this one, go ahead and click the like button for me. It would be appreciated. This was Nick here helping to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.